I have news for you. The perfect voice feminization technique that you have been searching for is only a few steps away. By the end of this video, I'm going to provide you all the secrets and tools that you need to help feminize your voice, but you must follow each of my steps verbatim. Take it upon yourself to experiment and not be afraid of your voice cracking or making weird sounds. This is where you learn. You have to make mistakes and you have to fumble around and play around and try different things until you finally land on the right, correct thing. Now, before we begin this journey together, I am going to need you to download just one app. And this app is called Voice Tools. Voice Tools is an app that helps you analyze your vocal pitch, frequencies, volume, and all kinds of amazing cool tools that are there available for you to utilize. Once you have downloaded the Voice Tools app, I want you to go ahead and go to the tab at the bottom that says Analyze. This is a tool that is going to help determine what your average bass frequency of your voice is. The average frequency of where the voice sits is called your fundamental frequency. This frequency helps us perceive whether a person is male or female. The average male speaking range is usually about 85 hertz to 155 hertz, and females is about 165 hertz to 255 hertz. Having a feminine voice is not necessary to pass. There are lots of cisgendered women who have a very deep voices, and a lot of women, as they get older, their voices get very deep. So having a voice outside of this range does not disqualify you or automatically make you not passable. Passing is more so about your confidence and presentation of your internal self externally. It is not about having a specific frequency or having a certain surgery done. Passing is about your own confidence and your own identity. So don't let anything from this point forward discourage you. The first thing that we're going to look at as we start training our voice is pitch. Pitch is the perception or quality of sounds that we hear, and it tells us the highness or lowness of those frequencies. In other words, as my voice rises, it sounds like my voice is rising as it gets higher in pitch, and as it gets lower in pitch, it sounds like it's falling. Okay? So that sense of rising and falling is what we call pitch. Open up our Voice Tools app and go to the pitch tool. You'll notice that on the bottom there is a blue bar determining the male range of frequency. In the middle is an androgynous area, and then the pink area tells you if you are speaking in the female or feminine voice range. I want us to try a rise and fall with the voice sounding like this. I want you to look at the diagram as you do that, and you'll notice that when I did it, okay, my voice had a up and a down, and it looked like a triangle. So what I want you to do first is to try and create a triangle or try and make your voice rise and fall. So go ahead, pause the video, put on the pitch app, and go ahead and try and mimic a rise and fall in your voice. Very good. If you paid attention to the Voice Tools pitch app as you did this, you will have noticed that one of three things happened. Either your rise and fall was perfectly triangular like mine, or two, you've kind of reached a ceiling and plateaued at some point and then came back down because your voice couldn't go any higher, or you were cracking and struggling there in the middle. Or number three, your voice didn't move at all. Okay, so number two, if we're rising and falling, and then we hit a ceiling and we're straining and we can't go any higher, and then all of a sudden we come back down, okay, that is a sign that we need to work on finding that light, easy place in our voice, which we're going to talk about in a second. And number three, if your voice didn't move at all, or or it moved very, very little, that is a sign that you are what we call tone deaf. But here's the caveat. There is no real such thing as tone deaf. Tone deafness is a illness or condition that is extremely, extremely rare. And when people are saying tone deaf, they're not actually meaning that you are truly medically tone deaf. They're just meaning, it just means that you haven't yet perfected or learned how to compare what is coming out of your body to what you're hearing going into your ear. All right, so learning to train your ear and match your ear and your actual voice together is a technique that's gonna take a little bit of time, but we're also gonna talk about that later. Now, if number 2 or number 3 happen, then this first exercise is really going to help you. If number 1 happened and you did it perfectly, still go ahead and try this because this is all part of the process of feminizing your voice and is just as equally important. All right, the first exercise that we're gonna do is slides. Basically what we just did, rise and fall, but a little bit more focused. Another thing that we don't want to do is to flip into our falsetto or our head voice. We are going to stay in our chest voice. Now, what is the difference between chest voice and falsetto or head voice? Chest voice is the voice that we normally speak in. All right, if I was to speak here, this is my chest voice. As I ascend, I slowly get into something that sounds like Mickey Mouse. Oh boy. Hey guys, how are you doing? That is our head voice. A big thing that I see with a lot of people struggling to feminize their voice is that they flip into falsetto and they think that they should talk in their head voice or falsetto, and that is something that we don't want to do. If I walked up to someone and they were talking like this to me, it would be very weird and kind of creepy, right? If they were talking to me like Minnie Mouse. So this is not the voice that we need to be perfecting and learning to speak in, because this is really uncomfortable and very awkward. The voice that we're speaking in is a combination of our chest voice and our head voice, but I don't want you to think that way. I want you to just think of it all as your chest voice or one voice, because in reality, we only have one voice. So the first exercise that we're gonna do is slides, and slides are very helpful at getting rid of that break or crack in the middle, and also helping you reach those higher notes a lot easier, or higher frequencies easier in our speaking voice, to where we're not straining or having to get louder or push harder, and we can get very light and very cunty and feminine. This is something that you can do all day long, and our slides sound like this. You can do it on any vowel that you want, or you can do it on a hum. You want to do that over and over and over until it becomes smooth. If you have a break in the middle, try and back off and do it quietly. Okay, utilizing control and backing off of the voice, doing it nice and quietly, helps you access that part of your voice a lot easier and help you focus on accessing that part of your voice. But more importantly, it gives you the same workout as doing it loudly. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is compression. Compression is a tool that helps the voice access those higher parts and smooth out the break, but it can also be very dangerous and as far as getting you clocked. All right, most of us probably know what the gay accent is, if there is actually a gay accent, but I think what people are referring to when they say the gay accent, or sometimes the white girl accent, these accents all have something similar. They are very compression heavy voices. They use a lot of compression, and compression sounds like the gay accent. Hey girl, how you doing? Yeah, it's very creaky and right? Or a white girl like, oh yeah, I want to go get my nails done. Okay, and that is a very, 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 very compressed voice. Normally when we speak, well, most people, we speak somewhere in the middle of compression and uncompressed voice, all right? And an uncompressed voice sounds very breathy and airy, almost like a whisper. Hey, hi, how are you doing? This is an uncompressed voice. Compressed voice sounds like this. Uncompressed sounds like this, okay? Uncompressed, very breathy and airy. So those are the difference between compression and uncompression. The good thing is both of these tools help you access that light, higher place of the voice without straining or cocking yourself by cracking or something weird. Although compression is a very, very good tool to help you smooth out that bridge in the middle and reach those higher places in your voice, I do not want us utilizing compression. I want us utilizing an uncompressed voice, and here's why. Compression, again, gives you that gay accent sound that we want to stay away from. We don't want to sound like a gay male, we want to sound like a feminine voice. If you think about it to yourself, you probably have never heard a macho or masculine man or a man in charge, like your boss or someone, speak in a uncompressed voice, okay? You've probably never had your boss come up to you and say, hey, how's it going today? Hey, how are you doing? Why? Because an uncompressed voice is considered more feminine, and a lot of men, especially masculine men, want their voice to be strong, clear, and boisterous, which is what compression gives us. Decompression or uncompressed vocals gives us more of a feminine sound, and it's very seductive, right? If I was to talk to you guys like this, hey, how are you doing? Very breathy, it's very seductive. But if I was to talk to you in a compressed voice, that's not really seductive and I sound really weird, right? All right, so we don't want to talk in a compressed voice. We want to stay away from that and use the other side of the spectrum and use a uncompressed voice. So to help us get into all of this confusing stuff, the second exercise that I'm gonna have you do is just an The first one that I want you to do is gonna be really compressed, focusing on that gay or that white girl. I hope this isn't offending anyone, by the way. I'm not trying to be offensive, but I want you to focus on that gay accent sound or white girl accent sound. Okay? And we're just gonna do a nice little kind of like a slide on an M sound, like you just had something yummy. But try and make it really compressed as you can, all right? And then the second one we're gonna do is an uncompressed sound. All right, so we're gonna do those back to back. Compressed, uncompressed. Again, I'm gonna do compressed and uncompressed. All right, so I want you to do those two back to back until you get used to feeling the difference between compressed and uncompressed. If those two were kind of confusing, that's okay. Still go ahead and try them and then move on to this next exercise, which will make more sense. And our third exercise is gonna be, "Aw, your baby is so cute." All right, so whenever we see someone cuddling their child, their newborn is in their hand, the baby is sleeping and they're just cradling the baby, you're not gonna go up to them and go, "Ah, your baby is so cute," in a very compressed voice, right? It almost sounds like I'm sick. "Ah, your baby's so cute," right? We're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do is, "Oh, your baby's so cute." All right, notice how that was breathy and light and soft. This is the voice that we want to aim for when we're trying to feminize our voice. All right, so I want you to go ahead and try that, all right? I want you to first try it compressed. "Oh, your baby's so cute," right? Nice and compressed and yeah, scratchy and all those things. And then I want you to try it nice and light. "Oh, your baby's so cute." Okay, go ahead and try those together. I'll try it with you, all right? Here's the first one, compressed. "Oh, your baby's so cute." Compression, yeah. Second one, uncompressed. "Oh, your baby's so cute." All right, so we're gonna do that over and over and over a few times until we get nice and comfortable with that, all right? Compressed, Oh, your baby's so cute. Uncompress. Oh, your baby's so cute. Compress. Oh, your baby's so cute. Uncompress. Oh, your baby's so cute. Now, hopefully at this point you understand the difference between compressed and uncompressed. I have 2 more exercises for you, but this next one, the 4th exercise, is gonna be kind of singing. Don't let this intimidate you. Hopefully you're in the space of your own comfort, all right? Judge-free zone. And we're gonna do kind of like a little vocal warm-up. And this is just gonna be on ma. Ma, 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 ma. And then the next one we're gonna do is gonna be uncompressed and light. Ma, 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 ma. All right, so try that. Notice that even though I did lower tone pitches that are in the male range, because I did them light and breathy, it still sounds very feminine. All right, so frequency and range isn't really that much of the importance. The importance is the tone or the breathiness of your voice that really helps you cross that bridge. Try these along with me. We're starting here. Ma, 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 ready, and ma, 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 ma. That was compressed, not uncompressed. Ma, 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 ma. Let's do that one again. Ma, 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 ma. Uncompressed. Ma, 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 ma. Now, on to the last exercise. Utilizing a nice, light, soft voice and adding in a little breathiness, we're gonna have a little conversation together. All right, so I'm gonna put a little guide on the screen to help you through this. It's gonna be a quick conversation, and I want you to just practice speaking in a light, lifted voice that is nice and breathy. Hi, nice to meet you. What's your name? Wow, that's such a beautiful name. Where are you from? That's awesome. You're so gorgeous. Well, it was nice meeting you. I hope you have a great day. How was that? Was that terrifying? Were you intimidated? Hopefully you remembered to keep your voice lifted and nice and light in the voice. And also, hopefully you remembered to have it nice and breathy. If you didn't, that's okay. You can go back and try that as many times as you want, all right? But take these tools and take this knowledge and utilize that to help you practice and work on your voice technique. I hope this was very helpful for you, all right? So what are 2 important things to remember when we're working on our voice? That is the light, finding the light, lifted part of our voice that is still part of our chest voice, all right? We don't want to go completely into head voice. And also adding in that beautiful breathiness like Mariah Carey. So these are the things that you need to focus on when you're trying to feminize your voice. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope it wasn't just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. If it was, don't be afraid to comment. Let me know what was confusing or let me know what really helped you. All right, so that way I can know if I need to make more videos on this or help you guys in the future. But that's it for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Go ahead and check out more of my videos where I do stuff like this. Is it this side or this side? I haven't done this like set in a while. Wow. I think it's this side where I usually place it. All right. That's it for now. Ja.